Hello, everybody. It's John Corelli, your average guy with his average guy opinions. It is episode 82, and I am coming down off of the vaccine, I think, I hope. Yesterday, I got my second shot, so it was about 26, well, exactly, it's 12:45, so I got my shot yesterday at 10:45 in the morning, so it's exactly hours after. And I've gone through pretty much the same thing I did with the first shot, except everything seemed to be delayed by 24 hours on the first shot because I didn't feel anything. And then all of a sudden, 24 hours later, the arm started hurting. It hurt for about 2 days, and then, excuse me, and then I started. I feel it like coursing through me. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I just feel like it makes me kind of queasy, and it just feels like you can feel the virus going through you, and medicine, I guess, says in a sense that it is. It feels like, I imagine it feels like somebody who's detoxing, some from a hard, heavy drug and just trying to get all that out of their system. I imagine that's what hell you go through when you're a drug addict and have to clean up your act over however many hours or days it takes. I know it's usually just, I think, a 2 or 3 day stretch where they just cleanse you. I don't know. I'm not. I've never had to go to rehab, thank God. I don't know anyone really who has. I mean, I grew up with a stepfather who struggled with alcohol, and I had parents who smoked. My biological father still smokes, so I understand those struggles. But like, I'm talking like the heroines and cocaines, where that's how you fuel your life, right? And so I'm wondering if that's how it feels for somebody, because it just feels like I want to get it out. Not a big fan of it, I got to tell you, but I have to do it. I work in a school, and even though the school doesn't mandate, they obviously heavily suggest that you do. My kids, I have my two kids here, so I want to protect them. And I live in a duplex situation with my parents. So my parents are 80 and 73. They've already been vaccinated, and so I do it for them as well. The last vaccination I actually had, I think I was 40, got a tetanus shot, probably due for another. I'm trying to avoid the vaccinations. I'm not a big fan of vaccinations in general. I'm not an anti vaxxer, but I am pretty careful with what I'm going to put in my body, at least vaccination wise. Still eat like an animal. Today was, so today's been a weird day. I slept pretty well last night, had the pain in the arm, took some ibuprofen, but then it's just started surging over the last maybe 4 or 5 hours, like right after my coffee. I don't eat breakfast, which is kind of a mistake. I'm trying to stay hydrated, though. I'm drinking a lot of water. And then I just had I had a little chicken, and I think that's all I've had to eat today. But I felt like I had to get something to keep this moving through me and not just feeling like I've been medicated. I'm having a lot of stuff go on in my head too. Like I've discussed in the past, just a few episodes ago, I'm a lightweight when it comes to drugs. Um, Really, even food. At this point in my life, I eat pizza after 6 o'clock. I am fucked. I can't do it, man. It's too much salt. I mean, I have maybe one slice, but if I have two or more slices, because I have no control and I'm an animal, I will be awake for a while. It sucks. Spicy, can't eat spicy. So I just got to be smarter at this age, I mean, just eat really mellow yogurts and fruits and vegetables. And if I do that and do better at it, probably drop the 30 pounds I want to drop. So maybe this will kickstart that. But it is a weird thing that goes on, at least in my head, during this whole bodily change. I mean, it really is. It's changing your immune system. It's a big deal. It's stuff we don't think about until it's kind of happening. And I don't know if everyone has the same experience as I am, but I can tell you that my experiences have been very, very, although they're physically based, they're manifesting mentally. So, like, I'm feeling super, super empathetic and sympathetic to anyone that's ever dealt with anything. It's really weird. It's almost like I feel like maybe a young girl when she starts having a period. I shouldn't say young girl, like a tween or a teenage girl when she starts getting a period, and all the emotions that come with that because your body's going through so much. I kind of feel like that. Like, I feel like, I mean, I'm not going to have a good cry or anything, but I really am. I'm like, man, I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning how I've treated people my whole life. I'm questioning, and I'm super thoughtful about every being on this planet, whether it's animal, even plant, or human. How tough of a struggle life is, and how there is inevitable pain in it at some point. Some people and people deal with way more pain, whether it's physical or mental or psychological. I mean, I think about my son in the other room, Dante, and how he's had to deal with autism his whole life and how hard that's been for him. He's never had a girlfriend. We've never had a real conversation. And these are things that are hitting me more emotionally than they usually do because my body is going through this. It's interesting. I also thought about dating in the shall we say almost post COVID world. Hopefully, I've thought about dating. I mean, I my girlfriend dumped me right as we went into this. Right as COVID started, she was just done. No explanation. She just took off. Just was like, done. Okay, fine. I would like an explanation because I'm a thinking, rational person most of the time. But okay, fine. You're done. There's some reason you're done, but I don't know what it is, and I just gotta accept that. But so it's been like 15, 16 months since I've been with anybody. So it's kind of I'm kind of looking now, right? I'm looking at like there was a nice looking lady that I'm friends with on Facebook, and she came out and said she's single and she won't date Trump supporters, and I'm like, hey, maybe I'm your guy. I don't know. And she's age appropriate. She's 45, and I'm 53. I don't think that's really old at this point. As you get older, the range widens, I think. At 53, I will date pretty much from 45 to 60, I think. Makes sense to me. But yeah, so dating in the COVID world is crazy. I imagine it's like a guy that, like it is, my situation is like, I was married in 1996. I was with my ex-wife from 1993, as a couple, then married, and all the way until 2012. And then after that, and as many of you know, I screwed up and cheated on my wife, and I tried to make it work with that woman for the ensuing 5 years, and then that didn't work. And then I dated a person I worked with for about 4.5 months, which was, I shouldn't have even let that happen. And then after that, I was with this last woman 3 years, and I also worked with her, and it seemed like it was going really, really well. And so it was very confusing when she just said bye, and I didn't even say bye. She just fell off. I mean, I texted her 10 times, and I have a 10 text limit, but I think a 3 year relationship is worthy of 10 texts. But what's the deal? I'm pretty sure she didn't die. I checked Facebook later, and she appeared to be alive. But now I'm looking at this post-COVID world, and how, a lot of people my age, I think, are going to be very cautious. And like I said, I've never done online dating, and not even close. Facebook was the closest thing I did, and that ruined my marriage. So, yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see where I proceed from here, if at all. I mean, part of my problem too is I live in a small place with my two kids, and most of the women that are around my age also have a lot of commitments, whether it's to their aging parents like I do, whether it's to their kids like I do. It's hard to date in this what do I want to call it, zeitgeist. This in these times, it's hard to be middle aged and date, and hopefully the person I do run into will be as honest as I am, because I put it all out there. Like the last woman I was with, it started as a very sexual relationship. I had known her for a while. I had worked with her for, gosh, I think maybe 5 years, and I just said, hey, here's my deal. Here we go. Took her to a Starbucks. We had a coffee, and I said, I think you're pretty hot, and I would love to have a sexual relationship with you, and here's my STD past, and here's all these things I got going on. And she was blown away by that honesty, and we ended up starting with a sexually based relationship. I also said within that, I also said, my only request is that we're exclusive, and if we go outside of each other for sexually based anything sexual, we tell each other, and then we decide from there whether we want to continue or not. She was fine with that, and it turned into a really good relationship. We loved each other and liked each other, which is very important. It's a great gal. But, it ended, and so here I am. I don't know if I'm going to proceed or not, but it's just something I've been thinking about today, and amongst so many other things. It's just, it is amazing how bodily happenings will affect up here. It's, whether it's pain or whatever's going on in here, not a lot of pain, just a lot of change. You can feel it. It's weird. Anyway, so that's my second shot COVID experience. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.